Hello everyone, it's Epcot 1986. We are back from vacation on the beautiful Carnival Horizon. Are you someone who's afraid of heights? Ever wanted to go on a cruise ship, but were always afraid of how high some of the decks are? I'm going to show you how I went from a gangway, knee-knocking greenie, to a 5th deck fixture flounder, then to a Lido Deck lounger, then finally to a 15th deck Serenity Daredevil. Here we are on the 14th deck, right across from Cloud9 Spa. The Carnival Horizon makes the Grandeur of the Seas Royal Caribbean ship we're looking at pretty small. The Carnival Horizon is Carnival's newest and largest ship in the fleet. The Horizon's top deck could span over 150 feet above the ocean. This contraption is called a gangway. It's a device used kind of like an airplane in which to get people on and off the ship. At the New York Harbor, Pier 88, the gangway brings you 3 levels up onto the ship's atrium. If you're like me, I've established that this second floor is pretty much my comfort level. As we ascended the gangway more to the 3rd level, I definitely started to feel the height. Thankfully, the line kept moving, so I was able to keep a steady pace. I'm already nervous and haven't even hit the 3rd floor out of 15. After the gangway, you enter the ship's atrium, which is sort of the hub for the ship. You got customer service and information about your excursions. Starting on the 3rd floor, the atrium only goes to the 5th floor. If you're someone who suffers from the 2nd floor mall jitters, this 3rd floor might get you. A good place to start if you want is early in the morning. Try and go up the steps. You can always go back down if you feel scared. Our stateroom was on the 2nd deck, and we had a cove balcony. They're enclosed, unlike the other balconies up on the top decks, which are open. They are very close to the water, and is why they have a special sealed door that the crew members will come close just in case of inclement weather, because the water will get up onto your 2nd deck with over 20-foot waves. Now, if you're feeling brave, it's time for your first challenge. Promenade Deck 5 is the first deck to feature an outdoor walkway. If I were to guess, we're about 70 feet above the ocean. It features a high protective glass wall that spans both starboard and port sides on the sides only. You can start by relaxing closer to the ship's wall and then making your way closer to the glass and getting the better view. When the seas are calm, they'll let you up on the 5th deck towards the front of the boat where the crew hot tub is. The views are absolutely amazing, and you can go up to the 6th and 7th level just for the front of the boat. Unfortunately, the next floor that you have to go up on to get outside is number 10, and that's the Lido Deck. The Marketplace, this is where the buffet is. This is where everyone hangs out at the pool. And this is where we start getting into our extreme heights. For all of you that get scared in the mall, for all of you that get scared in a 5-story, 6-story building, this is going to be your true test. Can you handle these upper levels, these upper decks of these mighty cruise ships? I was asking myself this the whole entire time before I went on this cruise. Am I going to be able to do this? I saw nothing online about it, really. The best advice on Google was to stay away from the side railings on the upper decks. There's coffee and juices available 24 hours in the Lido Marketplace. Okay, everyone, this is where it gets nuts. We're on deck 11. We're about 115 to 120 feet above the ocean right now. And in my opinion, this is the scariest part of the boat. For some reason, they only have this waist-high wood railing, and it provides very little support. If someone is going to fall off the Carnival Horizon, and I hope nobody does, that is going to be the spot they do it at. Deck 5 has this really high glass wall, so it makes it pretty much impossible for anyone to slip under. The 11th deck, and I don't think it's a coincidence, is the only part of the boat where this railing has these life preservers and LED lights. Here's where I would use extreme caution, and if you've had too much to drink like I did, don't go near the railing. The issue with all these cruise ships seems to be the fact that all of the fun is on the upper decks. And if you want to have fun, you have to be able to take the height. So we take a short visit with the maker. We head to the other sketchiest part of the boat. Now we're reaching about 120 to 125 feet above the ocean. This has a similar railing to deck 11 where it's waist high, the life preserver with the LED light. You are really up here. You're really going to feel the height. The wind's blowing, it's whipping. There's an interesting feature about the track that it looks over the 11th deck. So this way, if there is some type of accident, because people are going to be running, I saw some people sprinting this track. There could be an accident, and you just want to be careful. But the best thing about this is that deck 11 is right below you. It gives you like a reassurance. It's an odd feeling, but having that deck below you when you look down from the 12th railing gives you kind of a sense of safety. If it's like that for anyone else who suffers from heights, get back to me in the comments. Now for a little secret. This is special here. We're going to go up to the 14th floor, right across from the Cloud9 Spa. Some may regard this as a secret deck, but it's not so secret anymore. There are a lot of videos on how to get here. Besides from deck 15, this is the tallest you're going to be able to go up onto the ship. Now deck 15 is the Serenity Deck. It's an adults only, chill out spot. Probably the only one on the boat where you can get away from kids. Maybe besides the library. The best thing about this boat is pretty much every area is accessible to you 24 hours of the day. They do close some of the restaurants down. This was taken at about 3:30 in the morning. This was our dock day. We were going to Bermuda. I guess this is a thing on Carnival ships. It's their towel animals. Hopefully, what this video did was give you a really good view of what you're going to be looking at height-wise on the Carnival horizon. There are some boats that are bigger, there are some boats that are smaller. But this being a decent-sized Vista class boat, cruise ship, you should get a good sense of what it feels to be like on some of these top decks here. It is scary. I'll tell you that right off the bat. But you really do get used to it.
Okay, we are on deck 11 right now. Very, very early in the morning. Looks like Club Ocean's still rocking for the kids, which is a little odd, but okay, whatever. Or maybe there's something going on above us on 12. Bunch of kids, but yeah, let's do this. We'll travel the rest of this length here, and we'll go grab some coffee. How about that? So the wind should be a lot less on this deck. We should definitely be getting some good audio with the video. Don't even tell me the bar's still open. Ah, heck. We'll go up and see some Seuss waterworks while we're here. Here we are in the other part. This is the forward side of 12. And this is the Dr. Seuss Waterworks. Pretty neat stuff here. 2 awesome slides. Did not get to go on them. A little bit busy during the day at sea because that's when everyone's on the boat. When you do this is if you have multiple ports and you don't want to see every single port of call on your port day, stay on the ship. More than half of the people are going to leave the ship, so it's probably your best bet and best time to actually go and do some of those things you can do on the ship that you couldn't do when there was a ton of people on it, literal ton of people. Almost 4,000 guests, 400 crew. Yeah, it's a big ship, and it carries a lot of people, but pretty amazing to have this on a cruise ship, especially on the 12th deck. The 15th deck is a adults only deck in the front of the ship.
So this is what we've been waiting for. This is the highest point in the ship that you can actually walk onto. This is the 15th deck. Anything else is saved for the crew. Like these masts right here where they can walk up, just in case they really needed to. They can get some binoculars and do some visuals. Now this is like a backup, I believe. These masts right here. This is if everything else fails. Land ho! Bermuda is ahead. And you can see how these have these really high glass partitions here, and I'm holding the GoPro camera well above them. It definitely gives you a sense of safety up there, but you still are really, you're up there. You're about 150 to 155 feet above the ocean right now. And this is not for the faint of heart. If you're still watching this video and you're here, this is your goal. If you can be up here and hang out, you can look down at the whole entire rest of the ship, and it makes everything else look small.